began before he arrived. So, Christmas is a huge event. It must have had a lot of activity. Think about everybody who had to be in the right and perfect place at the right and perfect time. Think about all the energy that had to be set for that event as we know it, as we remember it to have occurred. So many moving parts. Let's think about that beautiful song we just heard, the Hallelujah Chorus. How much work went into that? How many people had to be in the right and perfect place? How many people had to rehearse and spend hours in preparation, coming to rehearsals here, rehearsing at home, learning it as a child, remembering it as an adult, and all of that energy coming together through commitment, preparation for 3 magical minutes. How cool is that? But think about all the energy that went into that. Okay? All right. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. What if someone this morning hadn't shown up? Would it have been different? Yes. One of the voices missing would have been different. We would have all said, it's okay. It is what it is. But it's important. What if half of them hadn't shown up? If we're InterQuest, would we have still done it? Absolutely. Yeah. We would have still done it. But do you see? Everybody's showing up to give their gift. And that moment where you come together to have a shining energy exchange is filled with a lot of preparation. So let's just take a breath. It's a lot to sing. How much energy do you think is involved in creating a lifetime? Creating a moment where someone can come in and give the gift that Jesus gave. So, when we look at the Christmas story, everything had to be in perfect place. The energy of an awakened being was being brought to the earth. Jesus was coming in as an awakened soul, a Christed awakened being. Yet he was coming in forgetting who he was, like we all do. We all have a great plan. We all forget. Take that little magic pill, forget. We come in. He came in as a little human. He came in and submitted himself so that he could be loved by his parents. He came in so he could have that human experience that we all have of learning. So he could be taught. So he could grow in the very human way that we all grow. And then remember and demonstrate that beautiful gift of the Christ. Can you see all the work involved? Can you feel it? All right. So everything had to be ready. So this morning I wanted to take just a few minutes to look at what might have been happening just a few hours before Jesus was born that night, and all the preparation work. Just a little look at what might have been occurring. Would you all like to do that? Okay. So we're going to see what our angels are up to.
Okay, it looks like we've got everything in place. All right, this is all unfolding perfectly. This is going to be amazing.
Oh no! We got a problem, man! Someone is leaving the inn right now.
Wait.
There's gonna be room at the inn!
What do you mean? That's not possible. We've got everything worked out. How is that possible?
I know. Wait, I don't know. It's that guy, Joseph of Meridian. You've heard of him. He's just so stubborn. And he doesn't want to leave. He says he's got to get on the road right now to get his family home.
Well, did you try to stop him?
Of course. But he's so stubborn and kind of mean. And once he gets his mind set, that's when listen to me.
Okay, all right, what are we going to do? All right, let's take a look at what we're going to do here. All right, we've got the Morris family. They're coming this way. And we've got Joseph and Mary are here. I don't know. They're ahead of them. I mean, there's no way we're going to get anyone at the inn before then.
Wait a minute. What if we, they're riding a donkey. What if we have the donkey trip? Or maybe stub his toe? I mean, it's not going to hurt that bad, and it'll just slow him down.
And have Jesus born on the side of the road? No.
Manger,
No.
side of the road?
We've got to stay, but all right, just give me a minute. Let's just think about this. I mean, at least the shepherds are in place. Shepherds? Angels, shepherds? Is everything okay? Hi. Something just doesn't feel right. What's going on?
All right, well, the older shepherds,
Yes.
they're in place, they're where they're supposed to be. But the little shepherd boy, I cannot get him to move, he just sits there.
Okay, no, we can't, we have to have him. He's one of the most important ones. He's gonna tell this story for the rest of his life. Very long life. We need him there. We're all counting on him to tell the story.
I know, I've done everything that I can. He's just sitting there daydreaming. I even put myself into his daydream. Big and loud and proud into his daydream. And he didn't listen to me. Actually, he laughed.
Okay. You've got to make this happen. Make it happen.
What, you want me to hurt him in?
Whatever you gotta do. Just, you have to get him there.
Okay.
Okay, at least now that's done. All right, so now let's take a look at your Joseph of Meridian. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. But you're gonna have to get him
Okay.
to stay. He's gotta stay.
Okay, I'll try. An angel? You can't leave the inn.
What? Not leave the city?
You have to stay at the inn tonight. You can't leave.
Is something bad gonna happen to me? Is something gonna happen out of the ordinary? What's wrong? What's wrong?
Hey, it's not always about you. There's some things going on in the bigger picture, and we need you to stay at the inn.
Ah, the bigger picture.
Yes.
Well, I guess if nothing bad is gonna happen to me, I can stay.
Listen, sometimes life on Earth is bigger than just yours. Other things have to happen for other things to happen. You get my drift?
Yes, I do. Okay. Family, I guess we're gonna spend another night at the inn.
Listen, when it's the darkest hour tonight, look up in the sky, and you'll see the star that you helped create.
Okay.
At least now that's taken care of. All right, so let's see where we're at now. We've got the star, we've got the manger, we've got Mary and Joseph coming, and now the shepherds. Angel shepherds.
All right, I did what you asked. It took everything I had. Oh, God, it was I got to him. I finally got to him. So, he heard me, he saw me. And he's on his way. He's gonna go.
Thank God we did it. I tell you what, trying to harmonize the individual will of mankind, that's a task. But thank God we've got everything in order now. We've got Mary and Joseph. They're on their way. Everything's in place. Quick, let's take our places so we get to watch chapter 1 of the greatest story that's ever been told.
Yes.
Yay.
Do you love how we create angels in our own image? I hope you could see the energy. Could Could you feel how much effort goes into those that are not quite living up to the agreed moment? Do you think you've ever felt an angel on your heels? Trying to remind you? All right. So in this energy, everything had to be prepared for Jesus. And in the Aquarian, it tells us that at the manger, when he was actually born, there were a lot of people there to help deliver the child. There were women there that helped Mary. It tells us that he went to live with a shepherdess afterwards for the next few weeks or so while he was, while Mary was recovering. There were so many people that played such a role. From our vantage point now, would you have been willing to take one of those roles? Would you not have felt that it would be an honor to even be the little shepherd boy at the manger, or to be someone that assisted in his birth at that time? But at what cost would it have been? You would have been born, you would have had a lifetime of preparation, of work, but you would have always felt that there was something there, something that you had to do or be or experience, just ahead of you that had not quite yet arrived. Some moment where you knew without a shadow of a doubt that you needed to be there for something fantastic to happen, something divine, something spiritual. But think of the cost. A lifetime of preparation for 3 minutes of a great song. Take a breath. All right. So when we look at Jesus' life real quickly, we see that, John was his cousin, born to Zacharias and Elizabeth. And they had to be in place. When he was an infant, Elihu and Salome taught his mom and Elizabeth how to teach the children. They had to be in place. They were in Egypt when he went to Egypt. Every teacher that would teach Jesus had to have already been born. All of the teachers, Vijayapati, Lamsa, Hillel, Philo, all of the teachers, Mixti, that he went and studied with, had to already have been in place, already doing their job, already ready, before he even came. The wise men, they spent years preparing for that moment, before he came. Then we had the people that came as he came, his team. Those that were around his age, those that were slightly older, those that would live the drama with him. All of his disciples, all of the followers, the teachers of the Jewish faith that converted with him, those that defended him, Nicodemus, Joseph of Arimathea, Caiaphas, the one who judged him. Everybody had to come in at the right and perfect time and live their life for their own energy to come to a moment where they could play in a divine moment that was greater than who they were. Can you feel it? Can you feel the preparation? All right. Every person who would play a significant role had to already be there. When we consider who we are as beings of light, we do choose our lives. We choose our parents, we choose our vocations that we're going to express in. This is before we're born. We have this general map in our mind. And some of us do choose, I want to be on the leading edge of bringing a new thought onto the planet. I want to be on the leading edge of this or that. And we make these great plans. And then we come in and what do? We've got to tuck up. You tuck up and do what's in front of you. You do your work. Because in your great plan, you cannot come and give a gift for the divine unless you are also receiving a gift, unless you are also being blessed in your life. You tuck up and you do your work. You do your healing, you do your evolution, you do your growth and your learning. And you know that there will be that one great thing that you've planned. But how often do we get caught up in either looking for the great thing and then being upset with ourselves that we're not there, or hearing our guidance and choosing to do something else? You know, when GPSs first came out, there was this little lady that would talk to you when you're driving, and when you did not do what she said, she would say, recalculating. Do they still say that today?
Yeah.
Recalculating. How often do you think our whole angelic team, our guides and teachers, those people in the inner world that are helping us, hit the recalculating button? Because the great plan of our life, the great plan of who we are, we take a different turn. And you know, you have free will. You absolutely have free will. That's the wonder of the moving parts of our lives. We have free will. You can choose to do whatever you want. You can have this great plan. You can come down and you can trash the whole thing. No one's going to stop you. You're a child of God. You can create anything you want. You can go here or there. Or you can remember what your plan was and try to stay on that beautiful life. We look at the Christmas story to see how each of those people in their divine expression played their role. We read the stories. It touches our heart, doesn't it? Simeon, the man who saw him when he was being consecrated, he was an infant. And Simeon had said to God, I don't want to leave the planet until I see the man who would be king. He looked at the baby and he said, okay, I can leave now. I'm fulfilled. You know, his whole life for one thing. And our hearts are touched that he was so dedicated for that one thing. And he played a role. He played a role. When you begin to own your own Christed consciousness, when you begin to own your own state of divinity, you are working now in the Christed consciousness of the masses. The Christmas, Christ masses. And do you know how to own and how to really begin owning your Christed consciousness? Does it sound like a foreign language to you? We shift our reference of origin. I am not my parents' daughter. Someone asked me about something recently, and I said so affirmedly, so truthfully, I am not where I am today because I am the daughter of my mother or my father. I would not be here today. I would not stand with this heart if I were my parents' daughter. I am God's daughter. I'm a child of God, divine creator. I am that beautiful essence, a spark of divinity expressing on this planet. And when I change my reference of origin to be that creative spark, that drop of light, I begin the journey of Christing. By any name, I don't care what name you call it. It's the path of understanding that I am divine, and this beautiful planet is for me to enjoy and create in. You know, I love my son. He's the only child I have. I want to be his mother. More than anything, I want him to be God's child. I want him to live as God's child, not as my son. Do you see? When we step into that, and it is a restructuring of our origin, everything I do from now on is about my divine nature. And I can love everybody as family, I can love my family, I can do everything and be in harmony with everyone, but I am God's child. You guys hearing? When we move into that energy of walking in Christed consciousness, we are automatically in harmony with the whole. With the whole. And when we are in harmony with the whole, those moments of assembly, where we get together and sing the Hallelujah chorus, or we're sitting at the manger for someone's Christ being born, or we're holding someone's heart when they're in dire need, those moments where divinity comes into the crescendo, we are effortlessly a part of. Effortlessly a part of. And wouldn't you love your life to be just a string of moment to moment to moment to moment? A string of divine moments where you just feel that beautiful love of God flowing through you and all those around you. And when you do, you know that energy ripples now out to the world, beyond who you are, beyond your realm, and it affects the whole. No one really knew when Jesus Christ was born the effect of his life. Even it says Mary took these things and put them in her heart and pondered them. Let me be with it. Because all these crazy things people are saying, I don't know. I mean, it's a baby, I still need to feed it, change its diapers. I love it. But she did not understand how the things would work out. We can look back now with real clarity and know the impact of his life does not matter how you look at it, no matter what religious approach you take to it. The impact of his life was enormous. 2,000 years, it still grows. 2,000 years, we still feel that infinite love. And 2,000 years, we are expanding our ability to understand what the heck he was talking about. We miss so much of it. We miss so much of it. Can we say it was a beautiful impact?
Yes.
We can go back and look at those details and go, yeah, man, I want to be there. That was way cool. Heck yeah, I would have given 10 lifetimes to be there. Right?
Yes.
Yep, I would give 10 lifetimes just to prepare myself to stand at that manger. Yay. Do you do that for you? Do you give yourself that beautiful commitment to your divinity and to your Christ in consciousness? Do you let yourself follow the path you created for you? You know, some people get upset with their jobs and they know they have to stay there, but God, 10 more years? 10 years is nothing, guys. Do you know that? It is nothing. Many people spend a whole lifetime in the same level of consciousness. As long as you are growing, and as long as you are Christing, you are in your right and perfect place. And when you are in your right and perfect place, you are playing a role in this next chapter of Christing. We saw the first chapter this morning. We are going to see the next chapter when everyone begins to realize that the divinity is greater than the matter that we see. When everyone speaks of love and harmony. That is the picture that we are all playing in. Are we doing our role? Or are we needing to recalculate? Think about it. We love those Christmas moments, don't we? Those moments when we're walking through the season and something absolutely out of the ordinary we could not have created. Serendipitous happens, and there's this beautiful divine, angels are singing around us, hallelujah chorus, and we are just feeling love. The love of God is present in that moment between us and whoever is there. And we love it. That should be our lives. Don't you think? But even if we just try every Christmas to achieve that, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Well, you got 10 years. You got 10 years. How about that? Does that comfort you? Or you could speed it up. You could speed it up by not waiting every Christmas. You could speed it up by trying every month to have that moment. Every month to be that divine. All right. Plugging into the energy, into the divine, draws us to the blessings. We are connected and we are moving in harmony with the divine plan. The divine plan for us, the divine plan for all of those around us. We're in our right and perfect place. You do the work, you practice. And then we have our moments of singing. Those spontaneous eruptions of divine love happen all around us. And it's always for the good of the whole. It's always for the blessing. And always in those moments, the energy of the Christ, the gifting of Jesus, the energy of the Christ is present. And we are lifted into a higher state of being. Sounds so easy, doesn't it? Can you think of areas where you might want to shift? Can you think of areas where you felt your angels hurting you with the stick? Are you children of God?
Yes.
I think we almost have 70%. Good, good. Well, let's go with them. Let's anchor this. Take a breath. Father, Mother Father God, we ask that your love just bathe this sanctuary. We ask that a beautiful light just enfold us all. A light that is spectacular in the sparkling energy of love. And just feel it and breathe it in. Little sparkles of joy, sparkles of inspiration. And now see it just become one little column of light over you. You can feel the greater, but there is a special column of light that engulfs you now and holds you safe. And I want you just to feel your heart. Feel the vibration of your heart center. Is it calm? Is it open? Concerned? Allow yourself to move deep within the heart. Just let the focus go into the heart center. And just see a beautiful light as you move into the essence of your own nature. And imagine that you can stand in a swirling energy within you. And just say to yourself, I am not the child of my parents. I have had many parents, many lifetimes. I am child of God. I am eternal. Feel that love. I am eternal. And as you say those words in your heart, feel an energy changing and shifting just from where you stand, rumbling out through the heart center. And feel an empowerment just from the words. I am child of God. I am eternal. And I choose. And take a breath and feel an opening in the crown chakra, the top of the head. Feel a divine memory opening of your purpose for this lifetime, this moment on earth. Feel a light moving through the top of your head and begin to let yourself remember. I came to learn and I came to contribute. Just let the energy flow. I came to learn and I came to contribute. And you may not hear the words, you may not know what it is, you may understand completely, but feel the energy beginning to vibrate through the heart, adding a new dimension, a new color, a new frequency. And because I am child of God, my path is effortless and divine. Feel your own sense of strength and gently become aware of the presence of Jesus the Christ standing in front of you. Feel the love in his eyes. Take him by the hand. Thank him for lifting the veil. Thank him for demonstrating that we are all the children of God. And let your love enfold him. And as you do, feel the whole energy around you getting stronger. Feel it just igniting, getting bright. And know that you too were a part of that grand entry when he came. You were a part. You played a role at some level when he came to the earth. You celebrated the reawakening of mankind. Feel that love. Feel that love for self. and take a breath. And just let your awareness now gently come back to your body, to your feet, to the chair. And who are you? Who are you? I am a child of God. Father, Mother God, we thank you. Bless each one as we go about our day. Let us hear the angelic guidance. Let us hear and see the clarity of our own Christed light, the light around us. Let all that we do enhance the love of God on this planet. And that is our prayer. And we thank you. And we love you, Jesus Christ. And take a breath. Send your love into the room. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. How do you feel? Who are you? I'm a child of God. You are divine. Your plan for yourself was flawless. Do you know that? Your plan for your life was flawless. No matter what you have gone through, you did it well. And you stand before the next chapter of your life. And as a child of God, it can only be magnificent. Do you believe that? Yes. And so it is.